We're Erin and Jason Hall, Alberta Pottery, and this is our studio space here. And welcome.
I think what sets us apart is we're firing in high temperature stoneware. We're really pushing heavy carved works, utilitarian ware, and we both make it, and we make it and fire it in our kilns here in Greenville. And what sets us apart is that we're approaching production pottery from a very academic standard. We don't make multiples. We make more cousins instead of twins.
We work in porcelain some too.
Yeah.
I've been working in clay probably 25 years. We've been in business for 14 years, full-time artists. And I got started in college. I started taking my first clay class, and that bug, bit really hard. And so I ended up double majoring in art and theater, and then I ended up going to graduate school for ceramics at Clemson here in town.
And that's where we met. I actually started out, my first clay experience was probably in the ARMS program here at the Fine Arts Center, and then I went on through Fine Arts Center. I went to Clemson in architecture and took electives, and John Acorn convinced me that I would be better off without clients and to get a Bachelor of Fine Arts. So I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts. Started in 1991, and I was still getting my Bachelor of Fine Arts when Erin arrived for grad school at Clemson. And so we've worked together since then, and that's probably the first time. I've got some pots here that are dated maybe 1988, the earliest pot that I've made, so that I still have some. We compete with each other and we keep pushing each other further. And we've done that since grad school. She would look over, she's told me after the fact, she would look over in my very messy studio at Clemson, and I was in the grad studio, and she had moved in, and she was like, he makes really good work, but he's a complete mess. And he talks all the time. I cannot stand him at all. But then 7 years later in the art district, things have changed. And so I don't think I'd gotten any better. I just think she got more tolerant. So.
No, well, we can beg to differ.
Yeah, so, and we still beg to differ. I think our plan going forward is also to see what opportunities present themselves. There was someone who once told us that in your 20s and 30s, say yes to everything. And then in your 40s and 50s, say no to everything. And so, starting to hone down what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and see where you're valued the most.
And there's something that's so valuable about handmade, that you don't get from something that's obsolete, that you can go purchase, off of Amazon, and that's gone in, 2 years, like a laptop or something like that. But, we're trying to make something that's, this valuable and can really be passed down. So as a legacy, even so heirloom pottery, I guess, but trying to create something that's made by hand and that you're going to use. And I mean, with coffee mugs, you really form a relationship with them. We all have our favorite mug, and it's got to feel right. It's got to handle right, and it's got to fit the lip right and deliver the liquid. And so if it's not doing that for you, then that's not going to work. But I think there's just something that's so valuable about the handmade object, and just finding that and that relationship that you can have with something.
Well, we started out in the art district. The best way that you could find us was we were in the old bank building that was torn down, and then we left that in 2011 and came back to our home studio and started doing pop-ups at Garner's Natural Life, and we've been doing that since then. And we've done national festivals as far as Denver, Colorado, and as close as Artisphere here in Greenville.
We have our work is also represented by Laurel Creek Gallery here in town, and also the Grand Bohemian Gallery as well.
Yes.
So